Welcome to another episode of SalesTech Review. I'm Nancy Narden, and today I'll be reviewing a simulation solution called Second Nature. First of all, what is sales simulation? Well, your sales reps hold two-way practice conversations and interact with an AI coach that simulates real-life sales situations. This allows you to improve the proficiency of hundreds of sales reps at a time. Why would you need to do this? If you have a broad base of products and they're sold to different personas and several different industries across many different use cases, how can your reps be prepared to sell effectively in each and every situation? Apart from AI sales simulation, there are just two options. You could record each sales call and provide individual coaching, but that's not scalable. It also falls short because one conversation reflects only one scenario. You want to know how well your reps are prepared for perhaps as many as 100 or more scenarios. That leads us to a second approach. You could have them record practice pitches for each scenario. But with tens or hundreds of scenarios, that's just not practical. And it's not real. Pitch recordings are basically monologues, and delivering monologues isn't selling. Enter Second Nature's AI sales coach that can play the role of a buyer in different scenarios to test for proficiency.
Second Nature's pitch practice. What is it? What problem does it solve, and how can it help a company like ours?
We're helping large organizations with teams of about 50 and above within sales to align their messaging, to make sure that everybody tells the same story in the same way to everyone, and create that consistency of message across the board.
That was the simulated buyer, Jenny in this case, asking a question and the rep responding. This was just one question on what could be an entire simulated call. The AI sales coach can ask additional questions even without any kind of programming. Immediate analysis of each session is automatically created so managers don't have to watch hours of video, and reps can get instant feedback. When the rep initiates a simulation, they get to see who the persona is and what the goal is. In this case, it's a sales enablement manager, and the goal is to convey the ROI and schedule a POC. Next, the rep can see the talking points that you want them to hit on during the call. Let's jump into the simulation. I'll speed it up and mute it because I really just want you to see how the AI coach responds with a comment or additional question automatically for a natural conversation flow. With Second Nature AI, you can run 4 different types of simulations: a video call simulation, slideshow presentation, screen share, and a webcam pitch simulation. And all of these are perfect for today's remote selling environment. And the wide variety of use cases ensure that you'll get a high ROI on your use of the solution. Next, let's take a look at the proficiency gap analysis and scoring. Managers can see scores for each product line by team and team member, and accumulated scores for all teams across all simulations. It gets super interesting when you imagine comparing that data to actual revenue. You can then ask questions like, which reps have never sold product X? And for those reps, what was their proficiency gap for that product? It's really telling information that gives you actionable insight. The beauty of Second Nature sales simulation software comes from the scalability of proficiency improvements, the types of simulations, the broad set of use cases like onboarding and rolling out new products and messaging, and the analytics for managers to zero in on exactly where their reps need one-on-one attention to improve. It's the perfect way for reps to have actual practice discussions that are scored immediately so they can improve on their own and ace every sales call. It's for those reasons I've named Second Nature our recommended sales technology of the week.